Hello, good sir.
Hello.
I just realized I left my pop socket just chilling right there.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's like waiting for its phone to be available. Its buddy. So it's a Tuesday, which is not normal for us.
No.
But we didn't record on Thursday because you were being educated.
Yeah.
What were you being educated on?
Brakes theory and diagnosis through Subaru.
Elliot, did you learn anything you didn't already know?
No, not really. I've taken brakes classes like 3 times now.
So is it like more like a certification thing than anything, or is it actually to learn?
No, you have to have the accreditation that you've completed that class to do like certain warranty jobs and stuff like that. Like it's proof that you know how to do the warranty job.
So it is more about like a certification.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we told the motherfucker how to do this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We told him how to do it right. He should know how to do it right.
If he doesn't know how to do it right, he needs to either take the class again or find a new line of work.
But it was definitely one of those things they could have just given me the post test and I could have passed it. Because it was like, oh, it's an open book test. You shouldn't. And I just was like, all right, I'll keep the book open so I have notes. And then I just went through and never touched the book.
Jake said, let me just take the GED on brakes.
I got a 95 without touching the book.
Yeah. This week's been strange. I feel like it's like kind of been a shitty week, but like I have no reason why. It's just been like,
I know my allergies have been
Dude,
whooping my ass.
for sure. It's so much worse than last week. I think last week I told you that Lynchburg was like one of the top cities with pollen. I swear it's worse this week.
Yeah, or it didn't affect us till this week. It's like in our system. And then just this morning I could not breathe. And like the sinus pressure was so bad I almost couldn't see.
I don't know if it's like a state by state basis or if pollen just kind of floods certain parts of the U.S. all at once. Or
I think it's dependent on rain too. We didn't have rain for quite a while. It got kind of dry.
Well, because what was it, last week or the week before we were filming in a tornado watch? And yeah.
Didn't really rain much after that.
Nope. I think today is the first day it's rained since then.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it rained. I was inside. I came out. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully that means the pollen is gone.
Yeah, just take it down a little bit.
Because I'm not like a pollen expert or nothing, but I feel like it's another state's turn to deal with this shit.
It's all by weather. It got hot and dry, so all the trees were like... and the trees blowing their load everywhere. Shit's so...
Oh. I like that trees blowing their load everywhere. It's getting all over our cars. It's getting all over us. It's getting in our nose.
Yeah, R.I.P. people with black cars.
Me.
You and Morgan, my wife.
Speaking of, I got my mosh pit license plates.
Did you?
Yes, I did. It's funny because they sent me a sticker. They're like, we're running behind, so we're going to just send you a sticker for now to put on your old license plate. And then the plate showed up the next day. So now I got a June sticker that I could have just sold on the black market for like $30. But I already put it on the plate.
Oh.
I put it on the plate before the plates came.
Okay.
Because the DMV gaslit me into thinking they were running behind. Anyway, so we need to talk about a few songs. There's not that much new music this week. No albums to review that are, in my opinion, that big of a deal. And my opinion's the only one that matters. So,
my opinion definitely doesn't matter. I'll tell you that.
Well, here's the thing. If you came to me and said, hey, there's an album I want to review, I hope you know I would do it. But I feel like you're the last person that would be like, hey, this album should be reviewed that I haven't already said, yes, we need to review this.
Well, yeah, if Bill Murray dropped an entire album, that would be the first thing we'll review.
Oh, yeah. That'd be the only thing we talked about the whole episode. We would take that shit track by track, minute by minute, and just dissect it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Bill Murray, before we get into the new tracks, I got to just say I have a PSA to make to the world. And I know we have some British listeners.
Do we?
Yeah, we do, actually.
Sick.
Very small portion, but they exist.
They do exist.
Fuck the Brits. I hate them. I have been mad at the Brits for a decade now for getting better tours than the U.S. And they just got fucking Sleep Token and Bill Murray on tour together.
I'd go see Sleep Token for that.
Sleep.
I'd go see. I'd suffer through Sleep Token to see Bill Murray.
See, that's the thing. You wouldn't suffer. You would just have a good time. But isn't that a weird combination of bands?
That is.
Because a lot of people are saying, oh, it makes perfect sense. And then a lot of people are saying it makes no sense. But that's kind of why it makes sense.
Yeah, that meme I sent you is pretty accurate.
The pink house and the black house.
Yeah. But then it was like how Sleep Token looks was the black house, and then how Bill Murray looks was the pink house, and then Bill Murray lyrics is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, all y'all in the UK, you all are some lucky motherfuckers. I would probably find a way to travel out there to see that show if I had a passport and money, because that's a banger. It's just how would the vibes be, though? Like, you got people walking around eating tea and crumpets, and then all of a sudden, fucking American Bill Murray comes on, and he's like, you know, what's up, y'all? Trying to crank them hogs to this song. Sing along if you know the words to this jam.
I don't think they're all eating tea and crumpets. That's like the birthplace of punk rock, though.
The UK?
Yeah.
On what grounds do you make that statement?
On what? That's...
He's about to pull up some article that says this band came from the UK. That's why that it's the birthplace for punk rock. I shit on the UK, but I would love to visit one day and like go to a show there, because they have some really pretty music venues too. Like the theaters out there. Have you seen like the Bring Me the Horizon at the Royal Albert Hall?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, well it's one of their best. It's like Bring Me the Horizon with a full symphony in the background. They did it all for like money for cancer or whatever. And yeah, it's a beautiful theater. And I swear the Brits aren't on their phones as much during concerts either.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I don't know. I think that's pretty universal at this point.
I'm just saying from the videos I've seen from like UK shows, it's
not just a bunch of cell phones.
Right. Yeah. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a video of Sleep Token in the UK before, so I guess we'll see. Is it because the Cranberries are Irish, right? I don't think that they're definitely Irish, yeah. And then the Beatles, are they? Well, I guess when you say punk rock, what do you mean? Like Misfits?
It's like there was a whole thing like the British punk movement.
Oh, okay.
Like it became a way bigger thing there than it was here.
Okay.
So maybe it didn't start there, but they definitely took to it a lot more than America did.
All right, well, we started metalcore.
Yeah, we're talking like Sex Pistols, that kind of stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Like Kiss? Kiss is American though, right?
Yeah, Kiss is American.
I don't know shit when it comes to bands before the 2000s.
Kiss isn't really punk rock. That's just metal.
See, that's the other thing I don't get about old music is a lot of bands claim to be metal, or a lot of people say they are metal, but they're softer than like All Time Low. Like, what defines metal in the 1980s and 90s or before that, in your opinion? Would you say Metallica is metal?
Yeah.
But like, why?
Why not?
I just feel like a 3 Days Grace is heavier than Metallica is.
Yeah, but not in the 70s.
So is it metal just because it was the heaviest?
Not the 70s, the 80s. The 80s and 90s was like kind of where it started.
So because it was the heaviest music around that time makes it metal.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be heavy to be metal.
That's an interesting statement to make.
There's so many subgenres of metal now. There wasn't then. There wasn't all these subgenres. They were all just metal.
Okay, true. And where I see that might actually make some sense to me is the term nu metal, because isn't that used to describe like Linkin Park a lot?
Like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, all these. The dad rock is nu metal. That's when they started coming into these subgenres of different kinds of metal. Because before it was all just, heavier music than everyone was listening to at the time was metal.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but our generation labels like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, Skillet, that kind of stuff is rock. Correct? Wouldn't you say? Modern rock, modern heavy rock.
Yeah.
It's not a right or wrong thing. I'm curious.
But like Leonard Skinner is rock.
Yes. Bon Jovi is rock.
Kiss, Metallica, Megadeth, those are all heavier.
Yeah, they are.
So
okay, so if you're taking like the landscape around the band, you compare it to that from its generation. Got it. See, because if someone tried to tell me that,
well, there was other subgenres of metal then.
Well, you had the big three, right? Which was Megadeth, Anthrax, and...
Well, see, Anthrax is when you kind of started to branch out into another subgenre. That was like speed metal.
Right, but didn't they still have the big three, like the popular metal bands of that era, and all three had different sounds.
Yeah, and Kiss was way earlier than Metallica. Metallica's not as old as you think.
No, I know they're still making music, aren't they?
Well, yeah,
it's pretty trash, but they still making music.
They have their audience.
Do you like Metallica?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not something I would like search for.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd turn it off. I mean, the hits are the hits, but.
And we're actually getting ready to talk about Black Veil Brides, but they're a good example to bring up here because if let's say Black Veil Brides would have released In the End, which is to us, a hard dad rock kind of vibey emo song.
Mm-hmm.
But if that sound came out 20, 30 years ago, that would have been the heaviest shit that was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been like glam metal.
Yeah, there's that too.
Well, Kiss is kind of glam.
Glam rock, not glam metal.
See, nowadays it's all combined.
Yeah.
Because you'll have a dude that looks like he's, a freshman in college with long hair and glasses making the most animalistic noises possible.
Yeah.
What does that mean where it's like where the lead singer looks like this, you're going to die in the pit?
Well, no, the one is if the guitarist looks like this, you're going to die in the pit. If he's like got a button-up shirt, slacks, and glasses on, you're going to die in that pit.
Have you ever, so I know we saw August Burns Red live, but do you remember seeing like them from like the earlier 2000s when they first started?
Mm-mm.
They all wore like khakis and like colorful Aeropostale shirts and like flip-flops on stage. It was kind of fucking cool back then because every other band that sounded like August Burns Red, dressed more like Escape the Fate, Black Veil Brides, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, on the subject of Black Veil Brides, they have released their new song Bleeders off of their upcoming Bleeders EP consisting of 3 tracks. And we heard the first one today and watched the video for it. My history with Black Veil Brides is everything before Wretched and Divine doesn't matter. The album with In the End on it. It was okay, but it wasn't big. After Wretched and Divine, I would say I became a pretty big fan.
I wouldn't say I've ever been a huge fan of Black Veil Brides.
But you know the popular ones.
I definitely know the popular ones, and I'm not going to change it because I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater of them. I know a lot of people are, but
I think more people just hate the way they were when they started. Because remember, they used to like wear feathers and black out their bodies and wear like really weird hairstyles and stuff like that. Now they're more dialed in.
Yeah. They kind of have a similar like look to Motionless in White kind of thing now.
Yeah, that's true. I think they fit in more now. Yeah. But it's weird because on this song, Bleeders, they took a more metalcore approach, which is not normal for them. Like the breakdowns, and you had the really, really fast double bass pedal. You got a little bit of screams from Andy there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that was meant to be like important to the song, but yeah, I really enjoyed the song.
Yeah, it's good.
I thought it was I was actually arguing with our buddy Chad today. I was like, I think this is one of the best songs that Black Veil Brides ever released. And he challenged me on that. He was like, okay, you can't say that when the entire album of Wretched and Divine is better than this song. I'm like, it's not though. It's a great album. It's not better. So I went in, took like 20 minutes out of my workday and made a top 10 list for my Black Veil Bride songs. And of course he disagreed with me, but I justified it. And it wasn't just to prove my point. I genuinely think this is one of the better Black Veil Bride songs. Also, the video was really cool. Very Sweeney Todd. Like they definitely leaned into that, that movie and the artistic nature of the video in general.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a very artistic movie.
Yes.
Like it was more about styling and cinematography than most anything else.
I remember in the movie, the blood was very, very vibrant.
Yeah. They kind of darkened out everything else. It almost had like a black and white feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they made the blood very vibrant.
Now, my wife is a fan of the musical. I don't know if you're familiar. I guess the movie's technically a musical. But the next song on the EP is actually a cover of one of the songs from the movie.
Oh.
It's one of the slower, like, pace songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a musical person, so I don't really remember what song it is. But I loved the cinematography of the movie. I thought it was a very... like, I wouldn't say pretty is the right word, but like I found it very appealing.
Yeah, it's got a nice style to it.
And the music video kind of carried that forward. It seemed like a very high budget music video.
Would it though? They were pretty much only in like 2 spaces.
Yeah,
well, the performing space
that's what I'm talking about.
Like really big and intricate.
Yeah, and they had the trap door and the chair and like all that blood, and I think that like the makeup and the outfits, like it looked expensive.
Pretty high budget.
But yeah, what did you think of the song? Not being a huge Black Veil Brides fan, but being a metalcore fan, and
I liked the song. I could definitely listen to it. Yeah, hold on, let me. Good song.
Good song. Do you think that it's saying a lot that you actually like the song for not being a huge Black Veil Brides fan? Like, would you say there was something different about this song that worked better for you?
Not comparing it to some of their other music. I don't know. I don't listen to them a whole lot.
Sure.
That song I could listen to, yeah. And I feel like that is their sound is a good break from all the stuff that's coming out.
Right.
Because their sound is quite a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
It still has some similarities. Like that song was pretty metalcore, but their sound is not really metalcore.
So we talked last week a little bit how you're the instrumentals person and I'm more the vocals person. I will say that for a vocals person and for the, Andy being the most popular part of Black Veil Brides, the instrumentals for Black Veil Brides always fuck. Yeah. Like they are cooking with them instruments, especially the drums. And I know people are going to disagree with me and say, oh, the guitar solos, blah, blah, blah. CC is an amazing drummer. And if you just take a look at the music video and see how big his kit is and how many different drums he has, I mean, you can hear the drums very well in this song.
Yeah.
That's another thing I really liked about the song is it was mixed very well. You could hear everything just the right amount.
Yeah, because it's not like overly selling the vocals or... I hate it when songs do that. It's like just focused on vocals.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because I'm a good instrumental guy. If I'm vibing to the instrumental, then...
I feel like a correction, though, that I thought about since last week is I wouldn't say I'm a vocal person. It's like when you look at a person, everyone notices something different first. I think for me, like someone might notice hair, someone might notice teeth, someone might notice skin complexion, whatever. For me, that's just the first thing I see is vocals. That's the first thing I take in and I think is very important. But if you have really strong vocals and then just a muted, like muffled instrumental in the background, I mean, it's kind of pointless. Mm-hmm. But Black Veil Brides did a very good job of mixing the two together and not just making it the Andy Biersack show. They always kind of have, in my opinion. Good song.
Good song.
So the next song we'll talk about is one that I don't know how this conversation is going to go, but Knocked Loose featuring Poppy. The one we listened to right before we started recording. I'm going to let you take this one.
I mean, I'm not a super huge Knocked Loose fan. I'm a fan of their instrumentals because that shit goes hard all the time. His voice doesn't really do it for me though. Poppy has like that, I guess, screechy similar sound. It sounded like it was him and his son doing a song.
Brian Garrison, come here, boy.
Take it away, my child.
No hate to Knocked Loose. I understand that I'm just not a hardcore kid. I know that they're very successful and they're blowing up and people are loving their new music. So I almost debated whether or not even to talk about the song just because I don't think that we are the audience that it's intended for. Yeah. I will say, I make fun of Brian Garris's vocals, but I think he's a good vocalist. Like, people wouldn't absorb his music as often and as much as they do if people thought he was a bad vocalist.
Yeah.
And I thought his voice was great on Slaughterhouse.
I mean, he's got a unique sound. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's a very unique and niche sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I had more of a clean introduction to metal, and that's kind of what we've stuck with, where it's a little bit more. Knocked Loose is very raw, right?
Yeah.
And that can be a good thing, or it can maybe. The biggest problem for me, honestly, with Knocked Loose, it's not a problem. It's just a preference. There's no cleans. And I feel like when you were just repeating the same chug, chug, scream, scream, chug, chug, scream, scream, it gets really boring and there's a lot of ear fatigue.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't listen to like
Same with deathcore.
more than like 1 or 2 songs from them.
Yeah.
I
But
get
like
tired of it.
you get Brian Garris on a Motionless in White song where he has a small part.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be the heaviest and best part of the song. So, yes, I have a very conflicting relationship with Knocked Loose. I definitely admire that they're talented, and I see that. But it doesn't matter what feature you get. If it has that sound, it's just not going to be for me, and that's fine because there are 300 other metal bands that are my sound. So this is one of those situations where if it's like, you don't like it, don't listen to it. Stop fucking talking about it on Twitter.
That's always a fair point.
It is,
If
absolutely.
you don't like it, then it probably wasn't made for you.
And that's why I'm trying to be respectful here.
Yeah.
Unlike you with Sleep Token. It's
It
just
was
a unique
thing-
sound, Jake.
It's just a thing that stuck on. I could carry either way. I don't listen to it. I don't like it. I don't listen to it.
Unless I subject you to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bear through it. It's not terrible. I just hate on it because it's funny.
Just like we can't.
I'm being a hipster with it, Aaron. Everybody likes Sleep Token. I'm gonna go the opposite way just cause.
All right, fuck yeah. Once Jake realized that no one else liked that first Wage War single, he was gonna like it. He's gonna change it up.
It's like I don't like it. Wait, nobody else likes it.
This was Jake. Jake was like when we
Hey,
first
wait a minute.
heard it.
Don't talk shit on my boys.
This was Jake first. Bad song. Everyone else was like, this song sucks. It shouldn't be on the album.
Whoa,
Fuck
whoa,
Wage
whoa,
War.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Jake was like, hold up. Only I'm allowed to talk shit about my child. Oh, that's hilarious.
It's all right. Bill Murray will never come out with a bad song.
Even if Bill Murray did come out with a bad song,
It will never be bad. It's not possible to be bad because they don't take he does not take himself seriously.
him and his boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's basically all I have to say about the Knocked Loose song. Poppy sounded fine. Not my type. She's not my type of artist either. Like, I've heard some of her other songs and it just doesn't work. I will say I did like her on the Bad Omen song. The weird, like, no Noah Sebastian song. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like her singing more than I like her screaming. Rain City Drive featuring Dayseeker. And I actually forget what the song's called. Is it Medicate Me? Something like that.
I don't know. My brain's pretty fried today from not being able to breathe.
You know what I'm talking about. It's the Rain City Drive and Dayseeker song. I don't need to tell you what the song name is, but they can just type in Rain City Drive and Dayseeker and they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I've never been like hugely into Rain City Drives. I was actually a bigger Slaves fan when they you know, that whole lore went down.
Yeah.
But
the
and
TikTok trend. Like I'm a fan of the bands that he's been kicked out of.
Hey, I can say that I have responded to a post online of Johnny Craig trying to sell MacBooks. So, because, you know, after he did it, everyone else tried to like make fake Johnny Craig accounts and say, we're selling MacBooks because it was funny. So Rain City Drive is great. I know the dude like got second place in The Voice and it shows. He's a great vocalist. But obviously what drew me to this song was Rory Rodriguez. And just because it seems like everything he touches is good. It's kind of like Bill Murray in that way, where it's like, it's not going to be bad. Yeah,
well, the voice like that, you can't really do wrong.
I was actually talking to a buddy today, and we were talking about how it did seem kind of like it sounded more like a Dayseeker song than it did a Rain City Drive song.
Yeah.
Because there's even that little bit of heavy at the end of the song where I don't think Rain City Drive typically has a whole lot of. Like, not that there was screaming, but there was like, you know, lower tune guitars and like a slam and shit like that. They advertised it and they were promoting it for a while. And everyone just kind of assumed it was going to be good. No music video though. Don't know why bands don't do that. Like, if you're releasing a big single, and especially if it has a big artist like Rory on it, just fucking pay and get a music video. No one likes a fucking visualizer. This 2024 is not the fucking year of visualizers. Just like 2024 shouldn't be the year of Brits getting better tours in the US.
Maybe they pay more.
The Brits?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
You think their tickets are more expensive is what you're saying?
Possibly. I know their money is worth less.
So in order to get those lineups that they have to pay more.
Or the people that go just like going.
Maybe. Or maybe tickets are cheaper there, so they know they'll sell it out every time.
Maybe.
Sleep Token's going to sell out anywhere they go.
Yeah.
But
I'm down for Bill Murray being along for the ride, though.
I hope they like film it like a lot, like someone does a really good video of Bill Murray's set, because I want to see the Sleep Token fans experiencing Bill Murray for the first time.
Yeah, I don't really see that. Like, I don't think Sleep Token fans really know about Bill Murray. Not a whole lot of people do.
I would make a counter argument and just say I don't think a lot of Brits know who Bill Murray is.
That's fair. They're very American. Very American.
Well, at least on this era.
Yeah.
That is their gimmick right now, is, you know.
I'm with it.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Eagle sounds in songs.
The thing is, I don't even think Johnny Frank's like Johnny Frank. Yeah, what the fuck did I say?
You're trying to mix up Johnny Craig and Johnny Frank in your head. I see it happening.
Johnny Crank.
Johnny Crank. You're a hog?
Oh, someone should AI their
Those
voices
fucking
together. Call it the Johnny Crank. Oh God, I feel like that I should just be allowed to hate the UK for getting tours like this, and I feel like people should shut the fuck up and let me be mad about it. Because every time I tell someone I hate the Brits, they always have a counter argument. They're like, "But maybe they pay more, or maybe this and that." It's never just you, right? Anyway, I'm gonna keep bitching about that unless we move on. But Jake, what would you say "Medicate Me" by Rain City Drive and Dayseeker is?
Good song.
Good song. Oh, we were supposed to be giving these out of 5s.
Oh, out of 5?
Blackfield Brides for me was I'm gonna say 3.7. No, I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5.
4.
Yeah,
I think I'd agree with your 4. Yeah.
4. Knocked Loose. It's not going to be accurate. Don't take my score as a way that you should know to listen to it or not. But what was a good half? 2.5?
Yeah, you stick it right in the middle just to be safe.
For hardcore, it is fine.
Yeah.
And then Dayseeker and Rain City Drive, I'm going to probably give a 3.75.
Yeah. I think a 3.
A 3? Okay.
Didn't really catch my attention too much.
Okay. Maybe if they had a music video, it would have.
No, I don't think that was the. I don't know.
Wasn't the move.
All depends on how I'm feeling that day.
So the song of the week for us is.
I had a
funny
shit day at work, so I'm feeling heavy music at the moment.
Then why do I have the alcoholic beverage and you have a water? You know what? Here you go. You can have it. I don't even like it that much.
Okay.
In fact, if you want something stronger, them stouts taste really good too. A stout in a sticky, humid garage might not be the best.
Stout. I'm not big on stouts anyway.
So funny enough, our song of the week actually ended up being Blackfield Brides, which isn't a bad thing. It's just not what I would expected.
It's just what was good this week.
All right. Let's see.
It's a good thing we don't talk about rap because there's a whole lot of that beef going on.
Oh yeah. Do you know anything about it?
Just that it's.
Give me like the dummies version of what's going on, because I've heard like bits and pieces on TikTok, but I don't know.
Well, it started off of like in Drake's song, not counting in.
It's okay, your brain's fried.
Yeah, my brain's fried.
I will say I did see that Chris Brown bought all of Quavo's tickets to one of his shows. So he played to like 30 people.
There's so much beef right now with like people that aren't real gangster, you know?
It doesn't exist anymore.
No, it really doesn't. But they don't claim to be. Well, no, Drake does kind of claim to be.
Now, he's the last one I would have expected to claim to be.
But he does.
What does he say?
Well,
because I see like at shows he's paying off people's debt and like.
All right, so the beef is like Drake against Kendrick Lamar.
I thought they did songs together.
They did in the past, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. There's been like 2 groups that have formed up, like Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar have like, well, you got the song with Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar, and then you got Drake putting out Push-Ups. That one was told Metro Boomin to shut up and make some drums. that was pretty funny.
So I need you to give me a rating on each one of these diss tracks if you've heard them.
I'd say I'm more of a fan of lyrically of Kendrick Lamar over Drake. Drake tends to have a better sound.
Well, he can put more money, I'm sure, than Kendrick. Well, Kendrick could probably put a lot of money towards his stuff too.
But I don't know. Metro Boomin do making some. He be making some slapping tracks though.
So is there like something that started it? Like, is there a specific reason why they don't like each other all of a sudden?
Drake was talking about the big three and did not mention Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar took offense to that, and that's where the beef started.
This shit don't sound gangster.
It's not.
Bro, wasn't it like back in the 90s you get shot for saying some dumb shit, and nowadays it's like, man, you say you didn't like my waps. I'm going right diss track.
Diss track on diss track on diss track.
It's kind of funny that Eminem, after releasing Kamikaze, and then going after MGK, he was kind of like, I can't do this every 3 times someone says some shit about me.
Can't. Too many people. You can't just. If they ride this out, it's just going to be nonstop diss tracks about everything, which are funny.
They are great.
I love listening to diss tracks because the insults are kind of hilarious all the time. Like,
whether it's,
shut up and make some drums. Like this.
Whether they're bars and they're actually really good lines, or if they're just so goofy that it's like fun to listen to. Like MGK saying that Eminem's beard was weird. Do you remember that shit dropped and how big that was?
Beard is weird.
Now, do you know anything about the whole Quavo, Chris Brown bullshit?
No, those aren't really people I listen to.
Okay, well, Chris Brown beats women, so we don't really need to talk about him. But I think it is funny that, I don't know what Quavo did. I don't know who he is.
Sure, there's like a whole lot of rappers that beat women. They just don't talk about it.
Right. Just like metalcore vocalists are all, well, they like them a little young.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was so funny that Chris Brown just bought a whole arena of tickets.
You know, I have a theory about the metalcore vocalist thing. It's the same as like child actors.
Okay.
Because a lot of child actors turned out to be diddlers. Typically, when you're a metalcore vocalist, you're real young when you...
By the way, Jake and I say metalcore a lot. I'm saying scene in general because it's definitely not just metal.
They tend to take off when they're young. When you're like
shouldn't be leaving the house on your own yet.
Yeah, you're like 17, 18, like right at 18. When you get famous at that age, you kind of like just stick into that mindset. Like the stuff that you like kind of just stays there for some reason.
Yeah. I guess with child actors, it's not, and same thing with the metal scene. It's not always.
You never actually grow up because you're not experiencing all the normal hardships of growing up.
For sure.
Yeah.
The worst thing you have to deal with is sleeping in a van.
Yeah, like you're not experiencing the normal.
Not that that's
life.
not rough. Like I admire the grind.
A lot of people do experience the hardship of that if you don't immediately take off.
Right.
Like you have to work and you still have a normal job and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take off at a young age, then yeah, you kind of get stuck in that.
And it's not always just liking kids. It's drugs. It's alcohol. It's being a mega douchebag because you didn't learn how to fucking treat people.
Yeah, you get stuck into that party lifestyle, and the only people that like to party are young people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're getting older and the people you're partying with are still young,
Johnny Craig's 40 years old, being like, "Let's party," and everyone's like, "I just want to go to bed, Johnny."
That bitch 16.
Jesus.
Just start checking IDs at the door.
I mean, at the concerts, they have X's on their hands.
That's true.
When's the last time we went to a show where they didn't do that?
Well, X is
under. Oh no, it's 21.
So
I
that's
feel like
a gamble.
Here's the thing: if they have an X on their hands, you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
It shouldn't be but they might be 21. It should be I ain't fucking with it.
If you're 40, you shouldn't fuck with anybody that's under 21.
If you're 40, you shouldn't be fucking with anyone that you cannot obviously tell is 21.
Oh, God, that's so difficult these days, though.
But see, there's another part to
Especially
this.
living in a college town. Everybody's under 21.
Yeah. There's another part to this, though. I will sit here and say that a lot of people in the scene are horrible, horrible people. But there are a lot of fans that do horrible, horrible shit. And maybe this is questionable that I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. And because there actually have been cases that have been proven false.
Yeah.
Where they're just trying to ride the...
That's always a thing. With any famous person. Somebody's going to have some kind of case against them.
Yeah.
Just to try to get some money out of it.
Now,
or a little bit of fame out of it.
The problem with the scene, though, is because we have such a bad history of shit actually happening, it's almost like you hear it and you're not surprised.
Yeah. You're kind of guilty until proven innocent because you kind of expect it.
Yeah. Fucking, oh God, do you remember that? I don't even want to say their name. Actually, I can't remember their name. But do you remember that band where the guy did like really bad stuff with like a baby and a mother multiple times? They were in a Need for Speed game. Their music was.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck are they called?
Wasn't it Static X? Is that what it
No.
was? No.
No. It wasn't Static. I mean, they might have. I don't know.
You said Need for Speed. I'm going through my head. I don't remember any of that scandal.
Oh, what the fuck was the name of the band?
Didn't Static X have a thing?
They might have. I just don't know Static X that well. Lost Prophets.
Lost Prophet. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Static X probably doesn't have a thing.
Yeah. That.
Oops. I don't know. You said Need for Speed game, and there's like my head starts going. It's like think.
But yeah, I mean, I don't. Look, we're just two idiots with a podcast, so we're not really ones to speak on guilty, innocent, bad person, good we can't do that like we do with the songs. Good person. We have no fucking idea.
No, and I'm not. It's almost impossible to try to judge character based on what you see in the limelight, unless you talk to the person. I
can judge based off of previous acts. Yeah. Johnny Craig trying to sell fake MacBooks to fans is not a good look.
What even is a fake MacBook? How do you get a fake
No,
MacBook?
I think he just advertised them and didn't actually have them.
Oh.
I think.
He's trying to get people to like prepay for them.
By the way, everything I've said in this podcast is alleged. Alleged. But I know there was a MacBook thing with Johnny Craig, and I know he turned out to be a huge mega douche over it. Something we should have talked about last week, but we didn't. Did you hear that Tillian got kicked out of Dance Gavin Dance again?
I did hear about that, yeah.
And what are you doing?
I didn't feel like leaning back up.
Oh, fair enough. I was thinking we should get a couch.
That'd be kind of sick.
Like a cheap couch. And
it'd be so much harder to move that around though when my bike inevitably does come back.
Fair, but like if we do end up moving to like a bigger space or a space,
at some point I do need to take that 4-wheeler apart.
Fair.
It's getting buried.
It's becoming a
every week
a shelf
stuff gets piled on top of it.
Every week, every week Johnny Frank could see less and less of the 4-wheeler in the video feed. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we're a scene podcast, but we're also just two dudes with microphones with opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about Taylor Swift?
The bigger question is, can we be the only people that don't talk about Taylor Swift? The answer is no.
I fucking hate Taylor Swift. No, and you know what? No. I don't hate Taylor Swift.
I hate the fandom of Taylor Swift.
But
Swifties.
Yes. But I also hate that she just put out a fucking 31-track album with no fucking notice. Because, Jake, I went to bed one night.
It's also a whole lot of nonsense when you read the
lyrics. Have you seen the fucking lyrics?
It's just nonsense. Fucking rambling of a madman.
The funny thing is the album is called like what? The Tortured Poet or some shit?
Yeah, trying to be all, it's poetry.
Where, like, I don't
doesn't have to rhyme.
I should have saved some of the really bad lyrics, but you can just look it up. There are plenty of YouTubers that go off on these lyrics. But the only thing I wanted to say about Taylor Swift is she's really sad, and I don't know why. She never really explains it. She just seems tortured, you know?
She has a hard life, you know? All these private jets from place to place.
And I think it's really fucked up that scene artists have not come to her aid and taught her the ways of touring in a van.
Or a bus.
Just rent a fucking bus.
Yeah, don't put your face on the side of it. You'll be fine. Like,
wait, did she have a face on the side of her?
No, but if everybody knows it's Taylor Swift's bus, that thing is doomed.
She's going to be knocked over.
Yeah, there's going to be spike strips set out just so people can try to meet her. Those fans are fucking crazy.
31 songs. Jake, I went to bed and I woke up and the world was the world of Taylor Swift again for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, I went to Target the other day and there's an entire end cap on an aisle was her albums.
Like, bro, I'll admit it. Scene people, they're probably sick and tired of hearing about Sleep Token. That's the equivalent. If you take it down to a smaller, like, range, It is Sleep Token to the scene.
I know I am.
Sleep Token is good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy them. But does that make me part of the problem?
But they also have, depth to their lyrics.
Yes.
It's not just rambling.
Wow, that must have been big
to,
for you to admit. I'm sorry.
It's the genre. Usually there's depth to it.
Unless you're Attila.
Attila's screamy Taylor Swift. No.
Fuck a pineapple on a pizza. Who all is he dissing that song? It's like, fuck Ronnie Radke, fuck pineapple on pizza, fuck the Pope. Like, I don't...
Fuck everybody that's better than me.
Yeah. Oh, he said, fuck the Westboro Baptist Church. You're a bunch of closed-minded...
Yeah, thanks for the obvious, you fucking idiot.
Yet Franz is one of the only millionaires in the scene, somehow.
I guess he's good with money and investment.
Can't say the same for Taylor Swift. She's just a blonde white girl that sings really good.
She's got endless money, though.
Dude, she could take over the world.
Yeah, she just has endless money because white girls are very easily brainwashed.
Okay, real question. Who do you think has more money, Taylor Swift or Elon Musk?
Oh, Elon Musk, yeah.
Because Taylor Swift's a billionaire now.
Yeah, but Elon Musk is a multi-billionaire. Like,
how do you know Taylor Swift isn't?
Tens of billions.
Look it up.
Like, oh.
I want to see if they even get close to each other.
Net worth is not accurate, but we'll use it just because.
I'm not saying that the numbers will be exactly right, but at least give us like a difference, like how far apart they are. I don't think they're as far apart as you think.
All right, yeah. Taylor Swift net worth is $1.1 billion.
Okay, so Elon's probably like 10 or 11 billion.
Let's see here. My name Elon.
Oh, is it not even close?
No.
Okay. What are we talking, like 10? 20? No,
higher.
fucking.
It's a little higher.
25?
It's a little higher.
30?
It's a little higher.
Oh my God.
$191 billion.
Okay, so this was a bad comparison.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor Swift and LeBron James.
Oh, Taylor Swift and LeBron?
Yeah, I'm going to say Taylor.
I'm going to say LeBron. He's got more. Taylor Swift's got brand deals too, but.
I was going to say Taylor Swift not only did a tour that grossed like $100 billion, but also had a movie.
Ooh, I think, yeah, LeBron's got her beat by 0.1.
Okay, so they're kind of on the same.
Yes, 1.1 for Taylor and then 1.2 for LeBron.
So in this case, the 0.1 represents what, 100 million?
Yeah.
Imagine living in a world where a 0.1 is that much fucking money.
0.1 to Elon Musk is nothing.
I'm just saying, man, if Elon Musk was to like become a promoter of some scene bands, he could put scene music not only on the map, but on the forefront.
Why is one of the searches LeBron James net worth in rupees?
Why do we need to know that?
Dude, the Indians be searching that, I guess. What's his net worth in rupees?
His rupee is...
I think that's India.
India, okay.
I don't know.
Jake, what would you do if you had that kind of money? 1.1 billion.
1.1 billion?
Yep.
Just pay off my debt, buy a decent house, get the car I want.
Set your kid up.
Set my kid up, buy my mom a house, buy my dad a house.
Buy me a house.
I'll set you up.
A little shack.
Yeah, I'll set you up. Yeah, I'm taking care of me, my family, and then the people that have done the most for me. Because my mom and dad kicked ass.
For sure.
To try to support me. I now make more money than both my parents.
That's such a weird thing to realize when you get to our age, when that happens. Because, like, I realized this year that I make more than my dad. Or I'm assuming, so I don't actually know. But, like, what he was making, like, 10 years ago.
I wouldn't count my mom because she's on disability now. She's disabled. But, yeah, I think I make more money now than my mom's ever made. And then I think I make more money now than I know than my dad currently does. But, yeah, I would definitely set them up first because they've done the most for me. Because they've never made that much money and still gave me a good life. Fun
fact, I live in the same apartment complex as Jake's dad.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. We randomly see each other
Your
at the
apartment's
pool.
bigger.
Is it?
Yeah, he's got a 2-bed bed.
We randomly see each other at the pool. It's like, oh, hey. I've never come up to him and been like, hey, I do a podcast with your son.
He's not a very approachable man.
No.
But he's working on it.
I mean, he seems nice. It's just not.
He's definitely super nice. He's just a big guy.
Yeah. Whereas my dad, I feel like, is more approachable. I feel like you could tell me if I'm wrong or right there, but I feel like he kind of seems like a person you'd go up to.
Yeah, he seems a little like, I don't know, the beard is kind of.
When he doesn't have a beard, though, he's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
is it worse?
No. It's not even worse. It's just when you grow up and your dad has a beard, he looks like a teddy bear. Like a nice, come here, son, give me a hug. And
that's
then
only if you're used to that, though.
That's the thing. I was used to him having a beard. And then, like, I think I went my first 7 or 8 years of memory with him having a beard. And then one day it was gone. I had trauma. I was like, Dad, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, my dad was never a beard. He's kind of like me. It's a little patchy. It's like thick, coarse hairs. It doesn't come in full.
Jake's been putting beard oil on his face for 10 years.
I tried that. It didn't work. Nothing works.
Yeah, you got a good jawline though.
Yeah, I got a decent jawline. I don't really have to hide it that much. And I got a good
hair in your head.
Yeah, I got good hair on my head.
Like if you grew your hair out long, you'd look like a metalcore vocalist.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just washed it, so it's a little.
Oh, showing it off for the camera.
But yeah, got the long front length.
Yeah, that looks more like your hair did when we went to the Prada concert because it was really long when we went there.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I got it cut. And normally I get like the bald fade, so it does it even more because it stays the same length on the top.
Yeah,
and then like undershave.
Yo, shout out to Sharp Top Barbershop for winning Business of the Year in Lynchburg.
Yeah,
like and opening up I think 2 more locations.
I think it's the one. I think they opened 1 more location, so they have 2 total. I think.
I thought they were still having another one that was coming or something like that. I don't know.
But yeah, Brent, you're the man.
Brett is the man. He did my hair for my wedding. He did all my groomsmen, including Jake.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I said that on the podcast, but it was deserved. So
he probably doesn't listen to it. Maybe I'll tell him to check it out next time.
I'll play it for him. I got a story for you, bro. Changing fucking gears for a minute. So when I go to bed at night, I will usually like put a podcast on, or like when I had YouTube Premium, I would just queue a bunch of YouTube videos, but you can't fucking queue YouTube videos anymore unless you have Premium. Mm-hmm. So I've started doing podcasts on Spotify. And multiple nights now, I have listened to other podcasts and, it'll just run all night. I woke up the other morning to you and me talking.
That's happened to me at work a couple times because I'll like some other stuff I listen to. I like to listen to comedy podcasts and like the occasional Joe Rogan because I'm a alpha male.
Right.
But
you listen to Bill Murray, you were automatically an alpha male.
Yeah. Gotta listen to JRE, But yeah, like other comedy podcasts I like. But yeah, every now and then I'll listen to the new ones. Mm-hmm. Like I'll play the new ones and then just automatically it'll play us. And I'm like, I don't want to hear myself while I'm working. My
wife woke me up one like early morning and she's like, Aaron, I can't sleep while you and Jake are talking in the background.
I guess when it's other people, it's easier to sleep. And then you hear your significant other and you're like, you think you have to wake up.
She's like, it's weird hearing Jake's voice at 3 a.m. while we're sleeping.
So you turn it off and I'm just like, so anyway, I'm just actually in the room.
Yeah. No, it was fucking funny. It spooked me the first time. I was like, yo.
Somebody talking while you're trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Are you here? Are you here right now? Where are you?
Is that Jake?
Show yourself.
It's like when I say my scene senses are tingling. That's it. I just thought that was funny. But Jake, it's time for another round of scene games.
You prepared for it. I didn't.
I didn't just prepare. I'm winning today.
How are you?
After performing as shite as I did last week.
All right, so you got to tell me what the...
We're just doing mainstream versus scene.
Mainstream.
Anything's mainstream.
Okay.
Are you ready for round 1?
I'm ready.
Tell Siri to toss a coin.
Oh, okay.
I'm tails.
Hey Siri, toss a coin. It's heads.
You go first.
I go first. All right.
Now this is scene versus mainstream.
So it could be rap, pop, country, anything popular.
Anything bigger than scene music.
So most other genres.
And Bring Me the Horizon, whether while it still has huge numbers, they count as scene music.
Yeah, they'll count.
Same with like Paramore, Fall Out Boy, those are scene.
All right. Bright Eyes from Headlights.
Country.
And Hope You Find the Place We Used to Sleep. I will do everything to fix this. Swear I can change. Don't let this fade.
I'm going to say mainstream.
Mainstream?
Yep.
Wrong.
Fuck! Starting off fucking terrible.
That's too close to touch.
Ugh.
Heavy Hearts.
I should have fucking gotten that one. I feel like a dick.
Off their latest album and last album. R.I.P.
Okay. Are you ready?
All right.
Course right through my limbs and dig your way into my brain. So in the second that you walk into a room, I can't help myself from the things that you do. Oh, you're killing me right now.
Scene.
Correct. That is Paris.
All right.
So if we're keeping score, you have 10, right?
Yeah.
And I have 10. So I am 0-1 and you're 1-0.
But it's hard for me to let things go. There's nothing left to talk about. Now you got me thinking how I've been getting bad news all night.
I know that song.
Do you?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure it just doesn't share lyrics? Because that happens sometimes.
I think you doubled down. I think it's seen.
You think it's seen?
I think it's seen.
Is.
Yay!
It's Point North, Ghost Inside.
Let's go!
Because I've been getting bad
I love that. That's on like my
all
on
night.
repeat.
Yeah, I gave you part of the chorus.
So I'm 1-1, baby. We're already doing better than last week.
I gave you an easy one. All right.
It wasn't an easy one.
I put the chorus in there.
Take one in the temple. My tongue is a vessel. I try to be careful with the thing inside my chest. You shoot for the memory so you can forget me.
Mainstream.
God damn it, Jake.
I'm just going through it over and over again to see if it sounds familiar to me.
That is the song 1121 by Halsey. You're good at this.
I have,
and I guarantee you've never heard that song before.
No, that's why I said mainstream. Because I was like, that doesn't ring any bells at all.
Okay.
All right. I've been chasing so long, every right that feels wrong. Rather be with you instead. There's something about it right here. Got me seeing so clear.
I don't recognize the lyrics. You've done 2 scene songs in a row. And that could definitely be a mainstream lyric. But I think you thought I would think that.
It was kind of random. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I had, I think I'm going to find another one for that.
Scene.
Do you think Scene?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck, I should have gone with my first gut.
That's One Republic and David Guetta.
Oh, I mean, One Republic's a band. I'm just fucking with you. So I am 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
And you're 3-0? Or no, 2-0.
2-0.
Here's your third. Martyrs of our revolution. Their spinning caused the earth to shake. The problem brought its own solution. They power now the world we've made.
Scene.
No, sir. That is Hozier.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We've already established that those are very similar.
Yes. But I will tell you this. Hozier, I know, is a difficult one. And Virginia actually argued with me that he's mainstream or not, but he's in the top 40 most listened to artists on Spotify. I think that counts. I also will tell you there's only one Hozier song out of all 10 of these. So you won't have to deal with that again. So you were 2-1 and I'm 1-2. People are going to start questioning who started this podcast. Because last week you ended the show saying that it's your podcast now.
Is it?
And I said, then you're going to have to do the interviews.
I put no effort into this.
Right.
Is that what makes a good podcast?
We only took over his whole garage.
Yeah.
And offered his 4-wheeler to Bill Murray.
I don't use brain, all right?
Bad brain.
Bad brain. Usually. Today, bad brain. All right, let's see here.
See, now you could go either way because you went scene, mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go scene, mainstream.
Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. We were forever. I run into you sometimes and ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard. We turned into good neighbors.
So, no core band ever talks about neighbors and weather, but a pop punk band might. And I feel like you've selected this song knowing that this could go either way. I didn't go with my gut last time. I'm going to go with it this time. Mainstream.
You're right.
Yes!
That's Taylor Swift.
Wait, is this like
Featuring
new Taylor?
Post Malone.
Oh, this is Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't call it a party because it never stops. Now, one is too many, but it's never enough. Don't tell me you're happy because this isn't love. So be careful what you wish for. Another one that could go either way.
Yeah. It sounds a little poppy, though.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned about scene music, Jake, it could be heavy one day and a pop song next.
Good.
Or maybe I'm just trying to steer you in that direction. Can't trust anyone here but yourself.
Mainstream.
No, sir. That is Bring Me the Horizon.
So mainstream.
We clarified that counted.
Okay. Is it a new song or an old song?
It is from 2013.
All right, you're good. I inhale this smoke, feel the pain in my lungs, gasping for air. I keep gasping for air.
I know this song. I know this fucking song.
Actually, you probably don't.
Okay, so mainstream.
I mean, you.
Mainstream.
Oh, you're taking that guess. I mean, you don't know it because it's older, but you might.
Mainstream.
It's Bill Murray.
God. No, we should have a no Bill Murray allowed in this game.
It's Bill Murray.
We're defiling his name.
It's older Bill Murray.
God damn it. All right. Look at everything. Look at all that you've become. Nothing more than a memory. So tell me what's wrong. So tell me what's so wrong with me that you could leave so easily. You threw this all away for the chance to leave me.
Scene.
Yes, that is a day to remember. Off of a record called Old Record that no one listens to, and you still somehow figured it out.
It's a quick one, too. Take a look at my face. I don't need to pretend. You can see my body shaking, too. I'm not going to fake it. No, I'm not going to fake it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're giving me?
That's a good 1, 2,
right.
3, 4, 5 lines.
All right. You did good. These are good choices. Mainstream.
Wrong.
Fuck.
It's Landmarks.
Oh, that actually makes sense.
Rainfall.
I gotta come back. I've lost my way around and the seasons stop and hide beneath the ground. When the sky turns gray and everything is screaming.
Or you're trying to throw me off with screaming. Or you're trying to make me think you're throwing me off. By putting screaming in there when really it is.
I couldn't tell you.
Or you're making me think.
Okay. What is it, Jake?
Mainstream.
God damn it.
Yes.
Bleeding Out by Imagine Dragons. All right.
Hey, that's what Spotify thinks is rock. Till it was raining down on you, there's no second chance, and we can't make amends. When I said I want to end it.
It'd be really funny if you had 2 mainstream songs on this list, but all their 8 were seen. Mainstream.
Wrong again.
God damn it, how many scene songs do you have?
Bad part is I screenshotted, before I tell you what it is, let me see if you can pick out. I screenshotted a spot and I realized most of it's like a chorus.
Oh.
So when they ask who hurt you, point the finger at myself, but I think of you. It's in the past, but I still do.
Bill Murray.
No, I'm not. It's the one right after that.
How many Bill Murray songs are on here?
It's just those.
Okay, all right.
Or is it?
This is the point where I need to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to start losing. There's a devil inside trying to find its way out. Follow me. I feel like I can show you. Give it up. Put your faith in me. Take your life in a new direction.
I'm going to read that again.
There's a devil inside trying to find its way out. Follow me. I feel like I can show you. Give it up. Put your faith in me. Take your life in a new direction.
Scene.
Yeah.
I know that song.
Standing on the Ashes by Bless the Fall.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I know what I want to do. It's making me lose my mind. I thought about thinking it through. Every time I do, I find I want to make your dreams come true.
Mainstream.
Yeah.
God, fucking finally.
It's Chris Stapleton.
Yay. I earned my place with the tidal waves. I can't escape this feeling that something ain't right. I carved my name as I crashed the gates. What are we thinking? Are we thinking...
I'm thinking you're trying to throw me off with ain't.
Or am I?
Mainstream.
No. That is All Time Low featuring Mark Hoppus.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to know All Time Low. We can't be friends, but I'd like to just pretend. You cling to your papers and pens. Wait until you like me again.
Ooh, a little angst there about maybe an office job or like a high-paying job. See, that sounds like it could be like a Taylor Swift song, but it also sounds like it could be like a neck deep song. Could go either way. I'm gonna say,
or like Too Close to Touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say mainstream.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
it's Ariana Grande.
Oh damn! All right, Jake, you have 2 left. You're friends with all my demons, the only one that sees them. Too bad for you, so sad but true. Gave 100 million reasons, but why can't you believe them?
Scene.
No, that's Post Malone.
Oh.
The song Allergic. Let's go. I'm coming back. I am so fucking back right now. Oh, it's also kind of funny because last week I brought up LeBron James and how, when he loses the finals, he gets warmed up for the next one. He got kicked out of the first round of the playoffs yesterday. So that wasn't a good sign.
I already know your type. Think you can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance all night?
That sounds country as fuck. But it also could be Bill Murray.
It's a fine line.
Oh, read it again. This is important.
I already know your type. Think you can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance all night?
Scene.
Wrong.
No!
It's Dua Lipa.
Fucking A. See, that's the thing. My gut tells me it was mainstream, but it's like you've been pulling out scene punches all game. I see my life flash before my eyes, and the best I'll be damned to see. Let the waves bury me 10,000 feet in the air, and as we're falling faster, the thoughts of you begin.
Scene.
Yeah, that's I See Stars, 10,000 feet.
Yeah, I've recognized that one.
Well, Jake, you took this one away. You are once again victorious against me. What does this say?
That my brain is full of lyrics that I don't know unless I hear it.
So, but some of these lyrics you had never heard
it's
before.
Like running in the background.
Okay. So you're saying you could have heard that Halsey song at a gas station or something and not even realized it.
No, I would have to actually listen to the song multiple times, but I'm saying like you can read it, and if I've heard it and paid attention to it, then yeah, it's immediately going to pop something in my brain.
I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, if you're listening, we have gone another episode without not mentioning you. We have mentioned you in every single episode so far.
It's always there in the back of my head.
I think Sleep Token by default has also been mentioned in every. Bro, let's go to the UK. Let's drop everything.
Yeah, okay. Furthest I've ever been is Mexico. That's
yeah, me
far.
too. All right, well, this has been fun. Besides me losing to Jake, Jake is more emo than me. We've decided.
My brain just built different. And now Bill Murray.
Why is it always up to you when I'm collateral damage? How do you always get your way and I never understand it? Cut me so deep and it ain't even leave a bandage. Why does it always fill you up, leaving me